I'm sure it's just some change of variables stuff. So I'm going from 0 this to 3 this. Now I want to print the 0 index of this. So let me do that. So I guess I want to start at this. And then end. Oh man, I want to start at this, end at like, end at the end. And then also add the points from like 0 to this value. Which sounds immensely annoying, if I'm being honest. So let me do this. Switch those. Actually, I wonder what happens if I just switch those. I'm sure that this will break. Yeah, it did. Okay, then I'm just going to go to the number of curves and then 1. Actually, I wonder... I might be able to make this problem easier if I just rotate the ellipse. Will that help? Actually, maybe it won't. No, I think it will actually. Currently, the side that doesn't have the break, it doesn't have the jump between 0 and 1, is on the top. And if I flipped it, it would be the bottom part instead. Maybe that would work. Where even is the ellipse? Here. So I'm going to do this dot rotate like tau over 2. It didn't work. Dang. Although these numbers are different. Wait, no. Maybe this is good. This is going from 4 to 7. No, no, I don't think it helped. Because I couldn't go to 7 past 0 and then to 4. Maybe if I didn't rotate and instead I did flip or whatever. I'm certain this won't work. Okay, it has a line to or something like that. What does flip do? Super dot flip? There is a reverse points as well. Maybe I could just do this and then do eyeball dot data points dot reverse. I think it's numpy dot reverse. Numpy dot reverse this axis equals 0. Although it probably does axis equals 0 by default. How do you reverse a numpy? Jeez. Now it's numpy.flip. Are there parts? Jeez. Now it's numpy.flip. Are there parts that can just be an image? Unfortunately, there aren't. Because I'm going to want those intersections are going to update dynamically in the same way that before when I was moving the mouse, it was updating. And so it has to be computed on each frame. Okay, reversing and stuff isn't working though. Man, this is gonna be so annoying. Okay. So, what's the new plan? I could create an empty object. Or create two empty objects, I guess. Do pointwise become partial from this index to the end, and then for another object, do from the beginning to this index, then combine those two objects, and then I would get it. The things I do for precise computations, there could be some trickery. I think you're right. If I could just flip this over an axis, if I could flip this over the x-axis, maybe that would be all I need. What does flip do? Flip does a rotate. And does a rotate over the up axis. Maybe I do eyeball dot flip. Wait, first of all, why doesn't this work? Flipping it over the up axis, this shouldn't help me, but it shouldn't crash. No, it doesn't crash. Okay. If I flip over right, which is the x-axis, it still doesn't help. It's kind of weird. I guess I'd expect that it would. I guess it's just a quirk of the library that it finds like the upper points rather than the lower ones or something like that. Dang. Okay, I guess I have to actually try to fix the problem instead of beating around the bush. But then like even how to fix the problem is not that easy. Okay, so I'm going to do pointwise become partial from this to the end of the object. So I want to do mob equals this. I'll call this mob 2. And this needs to pointwise become partial from here to the end, the last curve, and 1. Sometimes the best solutions are found outside the bush. That's true. But I don't... Yeah, maybe something will come to me later on. But for now, I'm just gonna start brute forcing this. It's not really brute forcing, but get num curves. This is going to be eyeball, get num curves. I think -1 since it's 0 indexed. Okay, then let me self.add mob2 indexed. Okay, then let me self.add mob2. And I will shift this one to the right twice. Oh, did I add it? I think I didn't. Here, add, shift. Oh, I did add it. So why don't I see it? That's weird. From here to the number of curves 1, print out its points. You need coffee just to watch this. Yeah. Okay, so all the points are the same. This is 0. E to the -17 is 0. Then they're all at 2.1 comma 0.2. Why is it doing that? I wonder what get num curves is. I have to print all of these. And don't print that. Don't print that. Seven this to 7-1. Oh, so there's very few points in this section. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay, then I'll do a mob 3. And this is going to be from 0, 0 to this. That should be mob 3. So that should be a 3, 3, 3, 3. Why is it still complaining? Upper index after upper residue, comma. Okay. Okay, so that one came out. I bet the first one is so annoying. I bet the first one is just so small that it's doing some bug. That there's some bug preventing it from appearing. Because there should be a tiny fragment here that's like filling in the difference from this point to that point. And it isn't here. Because Manum sucks. Why are these all the same point? Give me a break. These are the exact same point. Hmm. So I guess I have to see what this is doing. It's going to go into this case. Lower index equals upper index. Tuple equals partial quadratic Bezier points. Then it's filling in... What in the world? Up to index... from I1 on, I1 through I4, I4 on, then number points per cubic curve on. That on, then number points per cubic curve on. That does not make any sense to me. Not even a little. Lower index, upper index, lower residue. Oh my gosh, I found the problem, thank God. This is an array and not a number. If I had to debug that, I might have cried. Okay. Wait, how many times do I have to index this? If I look... Oh. So it's happening here from 428, which is this. So one of these. I'm already indexing this 3 times. Intersection T values at 0. At 0. At 0. Okay, then 0 at 0 at... Wait, 0 at 1. At 0. Oh, it's like at 1. At 1. At 0. Okay. So anytime anything with a third index of 1 needs an additional index. I think. Which means here... Oh my gosh, wait. Which means this needs an index. And this should need an index. What'd I do? Quit that. It didn't work. Darn. So what happens when I do this? Let's look at the lower residue. Look at the upper residue. And let's look at the partial, quadratic, whatever. And it's a function, which doesn't make much sense to me. Oh, I have to look at 2. These are differing points. So it has this point, and then this point. These are pretty close to each other, but it's like 1.9 and 0.2. And then like 0.18 and 0.12. These aren't super, super close. When we look at new points, how are these all exactly the same? I feel like this has to be a bug in the way this is being done. What's I1? I4. I1, I2, I3. If I look at all of these, and look at 2. So it's doing from 21 on. And it's doing 21 to 24. Then it's doing 24 on. The number of points per cubic curve onward So this line is just overriding everything. So I don't understand this line. I1 on, I1 through I4, and I4 on. And I4 is supposed to be a higher number. Oh, this is up to, but not including I1. Then I1 through I4, then, and I4 is supposed to be a higher number. Oh, this is up to, but not including I1. Then I1 through I4, then I4 on. But number points per cubic curve is way smaller than these indices. So this is just overwriting everything. So what was he trying to do? If I print new points. I think what he was trying to do is have this only be one curve. And the first curve would be filled in with these values. Then all of the following curves would just be whatever the end is. Whatever the last curve was. But something is wrong with these indices. It's not expecting to have indices this high. Num points per cubic curve times the lower index. What? Man. It's times like this when I wish Grant communicated to people when he wrote this code. Number points per cubic curve times the lower index. So this is trying to index into the points array at the location given by the lower index. So I think that makes sense. So this is the lower index into the lower curve, and this is the upper index into the upper curve. Oh, this is running under the assumption that the new object, that both the objects have the same number of points, I think. This still doesn't make that much sense to me. This is like overwriting everything. Can I just make this? Hold on. Your print tuple. It's this, this, this. These are the points I want, I think. Can't I just say... Alright, writing my own code. This is very likely to just destroy, like, blow things up. This is going to be 2-bet 0. And this is going to be 2-bet 1. And this is going to be 2-bet 2. Then from 2 on is going to be also 2-bet 2, right? I think. Why did it end up here? Oh. Yeah, let me print new points. Maybe that worked? I think it worked. Great. Because this is now including this portion from like here down to there. What was he trying to do though? The new points. He's like broadcasting this from index 1 to the end. Index 1 to the end, they're all being this tuple. Index 1 to the end, they're all being this tuple. Index 1, not index 2, but index 1 to index 4. Now everything before index 1 is being 2.0. So it's starting there. 1 through 4. Starting from 1 going to 4, that's all the tuple itself. Repeated, I guess. Then from 4 on, that's tuple at 2, and it's just staying there. This seems like... Oh, maybe this... Maybe what this does is it replaces all of these points with just the tuple. In which case that would kind of make sense. So then the question is, why is this failing so badly? The lower index? Well, I'm giving it indices by default. Lower residue, lower index, lower residue, upper index, and upper residue. So shouldn't this I1 just be the lower index? Is that true? Because this is a 7 in this case. New points dot shape. Let me see how many points are here. Oh, whoops. New points dot shape. There are 24 points in total. Okay, so now I sort of think that the code Grant wrote should work, I think. Well, maybe, except for this line, dude. Why is this line here? I'm actually going to comment this line and see if it works. And it does. Yeah, I don't understand this line. From number of points per cubic curve onward, it just overwrites all of those. Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, I think it works now. I'm going to put question marks here. What was I doing? Okay, so Mobject 2 has these points. Mobject 3 has those points. I'm going to get Mobject 2 here. Actually, if I shift both of these to the right by 2, this should give me the bottom. Yeah, this gives me the bottom of the eyelid, which is what I want. So now I need to get a Mobject. A single Mobject with the points from Mobject 2 and then Mobject 3. So I think there's add points or something. is there like add quadratic Bezier curve too? I don't think I need to do that. I think all I need to do... Where's my cursor? I think all I need to do is have another object, mob 4. Like this. I have object 4. This one's points is going to be a V stack. Object 2 got points. And object 3 points. Then I'm going to add this one instead. And I won't add that one, and I won't add this one. And great, that worked. So I'm going to take out this, I think. Yeah, I think I can just take this out. And I only need the mob 2 and mob 3. Okay. Do I not have to do this index, by the way? I guess I don't. It's being like casted to a value somewhere. That was an enormous amount of work just to compute these intersections. And there's actually still more to do. What I want to do in the long term is to compute this bottom on every frame. That would be as a function of like the mouse offset from the eye location. I guess most of the work is happening here. Okay, well that's enough of that for one day. I'm going to table this for tomorrow. Thank everyone for watching, and hopefully see everyone in either Discord or the next stream.